Hey traders, welcome back to another daily profit and loss recap video. Today is Friday, June 23rd. I just finished up trading for the morning and I locked in $1,221 in profits with 2 winning trades. And in this video, we're going to break down these trades, talk about my thought process behind them. So hopefully you can take something from my trading and apply it to your own. All right, so the first trade for me today was UCAR. This was a trade straight out of the Market Master Group's trade plans. We post trade plans every single night to help our team of traders prepare to take on the market the following day. And if we take a look at the trade plans for UCAR, this was a big Wednesday runner back in play because of the daily chart inside bar setup. If we take a look at the daily chart, we can see that on Wednesday we have this big spike, this big green candle. And then yesterday, the following day from that big green candle, we get this small red pullback candle that is completely within the range of this previous candle or this previous bar. And that's what an inside bar setup is. So once the price starts to rise above the high of the inside bar, which in this case was $7.92, that is the breakout signal for this pattern. And a lot of times what we'll see happen is the price will then push back up to the high of that first initial momentum candle. Okay, so that's why UCAR was on my watch list in the first place. If we take a look at the morning alerts in the Market Master Group today, following the open, I posted UCAR was nearing the inside bar breakout level from last night's trade plans after a strong open, looking bullish and a lot like VCIG yesterday, which was a great inside bar breakout opportunity the following day. So from that alert, what I did was I took a starter position once we got the opening range breakout. That means that I took a small position once it started to break above the high of this first 5-minute candlestick, which is $7.66. Okay, so that's where I took my starter position. I then added into this position as it started to pull back and form a little bit of a double bottom here at about $7.80. If we take a look at the 1-minute chart, it might be a little bit more clear. We could see it pulls briefly under VWAP with low volume, holds above $7.80 really nicely, and then immediately curls back above VWAP. So that to me was a bullish sign. That tells me that this pullback from the highs was just a healthy pullback in this uptrending stock. I added into my position and I ended up with 1,000 shares. And my average cost from my initial entry in my dip buy was just under $7.80. So when it comes to locking in profits, what I usually tend to do is if there's already a high in place, which in this case at this point there was a high in place and that is going to be $8.35 up here, I like to lock in a portion of my profits back into that high just in case it ends up being a double top or it ends up having a quick false breakout that immediately gets rejected back down. So with that being said, I locked in some of my profits in the high 820s and then I locked in the rest of my profits into this quick breakout up in the mid 8s. And on that trade, I ended up with a total of $625 in profits. I also just want to give a quick couple of shout outs because I know we had some team traders that were making some money on this as well. We had T $, who locked in profits from $7.92 up to $8.33. So they made 41 cents per share on this trade. Murph, who got a shout out in yesterday's video as well, also locked in some profits, $394 on this trade. So I'm very happy to see some traders in the group making money on these trades as well. Okay, so the other trade that I want to talk about today was WORX. WORX was a nice gap up this morning. We can see the previous day's closing price on this was just about 36 cents. And today it opened at a price of 44 cents. So there was a small gap up, but there was a bigger run earlier on in pre-market. And we can see into the open here, it starts to fade back down towards the pre-market lows. And if you've been watching these videos, you know that most of the time what I like to do usually when a stock is gapping up is wait for that opening range breakout to buy into that momentum that's carrying into the market hours. But in this case, what I did was I looked for a dip and rip situation and I posted in pre-market that I was looking for this setup. I posted at 9:24 a.m. WORX is looking solid for a dip and rip setup this morning. Great risk and reward if we get a dip down to the 40-cent area at the open. And we could see at the time it was trading at about 45 cents. At the market open, sure enough, what happens is it dips down to a low of 39 cents. That dip gets bought right back up, pushes through that opening range, pushes through VWAP, and sure enough, it has a spike all the way up to 66 cents. So this ended up being a really killer dip and rip situation, over 50% potential returns on this trade. We had some traders in the group locking in profits on this trade as well. And this was my second trade for the day. I ended up with a total of 8,000 shares. I am a little bit embarrassed to say how long it took me to realize how small of a position 8,000 shares in this stock really was. I'm used to generally trading stocks that are in the $2 to $5 range for the most part. So when I trade a stock that is under $1 per share, there's something that throws me off a little bit psychologically behind these lower price stocks and buying 10,000, 20,000 shares at a time. So like I said, I only ended up with 8,000 shares in WORX, which was only a position of about $3,700. So once I realized that, I didn't really like the chart enough to add into it at that point, but I decided to try to make the most out of this small position and let this winning trade run a little bit in my favor. So usually what I would do is I would lock in some profits into this opening range area. If I bought the dip down here at 40 and the high of this opening range is 44, I would look to take a quick 10% and lock in some profits into that 44-cent area. But like I said, I wanted to be a little bit more patient, so I waited for it to push back up into the 50s, and I locked in some profits over 50 cents per share. If we take a look at the bigger picture here, we can see it ended up actually pushing up through this pre-market high all the way up to that high of 66 cents. So per usual, I did still lock in profits a bit too early, but when it was all said and done on that trade, I locked in $596 on an investment of just $3,700. So that took my overall profits for the day up to $1,221. I'm calling it quits, finishing up my morning trading and finishing up my trading for the week. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and found some value in recapping my trades. If you did, please make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And remember, if you're not already in the group, I post about all of my trades in real time. So if you're interested in hearing about these trades as I'm actually executing them, make sure to click the link down below to come join us in the Market Master group. Anyway, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck with your trading.